Evening, everyone, and welcome back again for another preview. Of course, a bit earlier because, of course, the game against Scunthorpe away tomorrow hopefully should be a good one. Me and Neil will be going as well, as I think we sold 300 tickets and plus this pay on the day as well. So, yeah, should be a good one. Of course, if you enjoy, please do hit the like button. Feel free to share as well. Get your comments in. If you are watching after, then please leave your score predictions, as always, and thoughts on the game. But yeah, of course, joined by Neil, as always. Getting into it, of course, starting off with the Swindon game. First of all, what did you make of the lineup? Because when it came out, I was very shocked. Really, there was a lot of changes. Of course, got the team here. Of course, the likes of Kilgore, on the injury, I think there was a bit of going on with his knee and stuff like that. And then Trevor Clark, Whelan, Harries. Apparently Harries was tactical, but yeah, I'm not really sure. But big up to Chris as well and Riley, even into you two. But yeah, thoughts on the lineup first, and then your reaction to the game.
When I first saw it, probably the same as everyone else, I thought, I was pretty concerned by just the personnel in general. Who was missing, full stop, from the squad. I fully expected, Alfie to be back in, but he's a little way off by the look of it.
Yeah.
And then when we get going, for me, everyone's saying how well we played, like from start to finish. For me, first 20, 25 minutes, I thought we were second best, to be honest. I thought we found it took a little bit of time for us to find our feet because, they got the goal, Swindon. They had a number of corners. They had the one flash across the box. They had the Gladwin volley from a set piece. It didn't get picked up. Yeah. And I was thinking, oh, here we go. It's going to be another one of them first halves that we're used to. But Finley and Coots managed to stamp their authority on the game as it got on. And once we managed to deal with getting in and around Reed, it was the starting point for everything. He was sat nice and deep, picking the ball up and just picking up play. And we were saying in the week, the minute you let him get on the ball and start dictating play, you've got a big problem. But we managed to stamp that out, get in amongst Gladwin and Williams. And from then on in, I thought, yeah, from sort of 25 minutes in, then we started to take over. But if you was to go on a performance of what we were when we played them at home to that's night and day. We're miles better than what we were. And to me, that don't come from anything else than just being fit. We're a far fitter side. Mm-hmm. Like we were dead on our feet against Swindon and struggling and making bad decisions late in games, disciplinary, etc. It's all down to not being fit. That's all it is. And I think we're up to speed now. And you talk about like Harry's not being in the squad and, it might not have been tactical. I think it probably was because when we're fully fit, our squad's strong as hell now. Like someone's going to miss out somewhere along the line on that bench.
Yeah.
If everyone stays as fit as they are. So it wouldn't surprise me if, going forward, you do see people just completely left out of a matchday squad because he's looking to do something in certain patterns of play and the way we line up against sides that they just don't fit.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, now with everyone back, the squad is so strong. And like you said, people are gonna have to miss out. It's especially if someone gets a knock, we got plenty of players that can play in different positions, or it's just crazy. Like even like you look at Loft, and then you got Clark coming back, you got Pittman, you can play Sammy up front. It's crazy, really. Even into Wan as well. Hello guys, up the gas. In my opinion, good lineup, and we should have won that game. Evening to Bray FC Tom as well as always. But yeah, it was an interesting one because, like you said, we, apart from the first sort of 20 minutes ish, where we were pretty sloppy, weren't really pressing as a team. It was only because a lot of people were, because for me, I thought Loft played well because basically his what Button told him to do was just basically get in their faces from the front. But the first 20 minutes, no one else was really pressing, so it was just him. So that's why, he in the end he was knackered, and of course, like the player that elbowed him probably should have seen red as well, because that was a naughty elbow on him in the second half when I think he had stitches as well. But yeah, I'm going to say what sort of players stood out for you? Like, is there any few players that stood out, or do you think it was a main team effort, or is there any players that, in your opinion, stood out to you watching that?
For me, the one that stands out as far as what you expect from them and what they delivered was Luca Hall. I thought he was brilliant, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's proper stepped up. He's a first team player for me now. Like, he's not a fringe player. He's not a youth team player, like edging his way into it. He's a fully fledged first team player now. And he gives you the ability to play a 4 now. So I know that he's obviously recruited all summer to play a 5. And I think Luca Hall's probably advanced to give him the option now. And you've got people like Josh Grant, who is so valuable to you to be flexible, because he can plug holes anywhere. And so you can set up it in any real system when you've got Josh Grant available to you, because you can shift people over here and there, and he can go into an area where it'll always be a 7 and 8 out of 10 for you. Yeah, but Luca Hall for me was a standout. I mean, Coots was brilliant again, just bossing it. He's so tactically aware. He can read a game. He knows exactly where a game's going and how he needs to change it to sort of make it go in our favour and get people in and around him to do things that needs to be done. But as far as sort of exceeding expectations, yeah, Luca Hall.
Yeah, I thought he was class. Just the way that, I thought the sort of like first 10 minutes, it took everyone, all the players, really a while to sort of get used to, the system and get used to how Swindon were playing, because they were just, it was sort of like Peterborough in a way, but they were just basically putting it into corners and trying to get McCurdy and Simpson to run onto it and just get the ball and hold the play up. But yeah, after that, I thought Luca Hall was unbelievable. Just even the way he was just getting up and down, supporting Collins, who of course was playing sort of right wing. And yeah, I thought he was brilliant. And even all of them, I know Connolly made the mistake, but even then, I thought Belshaw should have saved it, because looking back on the highlights, I know it was sort of a quick sort of period for him, but he was way over on the left side, wasn't he? So Simpson just curled it in. But I mean, that's just looking at little bits, really.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the Connolly one, when you first look at it, you think he's made a bit of a clanger there with his decision. But for me, if you're, he's like a 19-year-old, isn't he? At least he's gone to intercept. He's not gone to hoof it. He's not gone to just lash at it. He's gone to actually try and intercept the ball to keep us going. And to be fair, he's done it in a decent area, because, yeah, he's lost the ball. But Simpson's got loads to do there. At the end of the day, what is he, 30 yards out? If you used to say to anyone in this league, oh, you're 30 yards out, go on, have a go at belly from there, good luck to you. You'd never, I mean, I was saying to him, go on and shoot. Because you'd want him to, wouldn't you? You'd stand off him and go, if you're 30 yards out against Belshaw, that's got to be hell of a goal to go in. Yeah. And to be fair, he has stuck it in the corner. But yeah, I'm with you, really. I look at it and I think his positioning was a bit off. He probably, if he was to watch that back, he'd probably go, yeah, I've not done myself great there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bit frustrating, but even, you can't really, say that much, because apart from that, really, we limited them to very little, which was credit to the midfield and the defence, the hard work that everyone was putting in. Yeah, Matt's just saying I left thinking it was good enough. I would have preferred to have won. Even into only Rovers 1883 could even, Charlie, how many goals do you think Loft will get? I'm not sure, because although he's a striker, I think Barton sort of brought him in to sort of obviously get some goals. He's never going to be 20 goal a season striker. He's one of those players that he looks to just basically get in and ruffle defenses up and let other players come into play. I'm not sure, as long as he affects games, which I thought he'd done really well against Swindon personally, and I think he's just there. Hopefully, it'd be nice for him to get a goal on Tuesday against his old team, obviously. But I'm not sure really. Anywhere between probably, I'm going to say 7. I think he'll get 7 goals. But yeah, it's just a weird one, really. Credit to Rovers to go Swindon and dominate. Yeah, Loft should have had a penalty, criminal ref. Yeah, I know there was that, and he was so close as well. I think it was the Collins sort of cross a goal, and Loft was inches away as well. That would have been nice. But yeah, don't get me started with the ref. I mean, I know we've seen rubbish refs, but like whenever Swindon made a foul, he'd be like, "Nah, it's all right." Like, and then when we made a foul, yeah, straight away yellow card, nothing to talk about. Big up to Jack as well, saying Swindle were extremely lucky. Best moment, Park, Grimsby, and DNR, as a guy said. BRC Tom saying Connolly had a glass game, to be fair, just touch, let him down. But yeah, even then, I think even then, like we both touched on, I think Belshaw still should have saved that. Like Neil said, if he's looking back at it, he'd be annoyed. But you know, I'm not going to blame him too much. And Connolly, because apart from that, I thought the back four for such a young defense were class. Like Taylor again, as always, unbelievable. I wish there was something that we could sign him, but I doubt it very much because he's gonna have a good future. Interest even into Ned as well. Interesting one. They haven't won a home game since October, and you haven't won an away game since October. You really should be too good for them. My prediction is 2-0 Iron. Bloody hell! I hope not. That's coming from a Forest Green. God, he thinks I'm. Well, I hope not. I really. Riley saying, I get what Barton was saying. Only Connolly was trying to play out from the back. Yeah, that's what I like about him. I know you could have a little howler, but I like Connolly, and you. Apart from that, he was class, to be honest. Mr. T Gaming saying Barton likes a lot of work rate from his strikers. Hopefully, Loft is like Collins and start a few goals here and there. Yeah, exactly. Warren saying what happened to Kilgore and Taylor. Taylor played. But Kilgore, I think it was because of I did see him after the game actually. Some people who we knew, like he'd come into the away end when everyone left, and but because he had obviously just coming back from an injury, so even into Jack's forward saying second away game Swindon much better than Forest Green. Hopefully more to come. Who are up the gas? Yeah, the yellow cards are just stupid, really. Loads of misspellings in my previous comment. That's right. Yeah. Big up to Iron Army as well. He won't be there tomorrow. It's crazy. He's from Doncaster. He started supporting Scunthorpe, but he lives in London. So all the games he goes to, he has to travel from London. So fair play to you. But yeah, he said a rather Loft didn't score against us. It would be nice. He meant 2-0 gas. I was gonna. Yeah. Mark, even into Mark saying, I'll be waiting in Tesco car park to retrieve Loft's shots. Yeah, there was that video, wasn't it? But yeah, like we both touched on, yeah, a lot better performance. And yeah, hopefully, we can sort of go on a run like we said, and like a lot of Rovers fans have said as well. Also, get in the comments, let me know if the connection's fine. I'm on my brother's laptop tonight because obviously my connection's been a pain. So let me know in the comments if it's good or not. Hopefully there's no lag this time. But yeah, I mean, obviously we touched on it. Do you think, because I seen Barton was saying something about Trevor Clark that he hasn't really kicked on, and saying it was a bit weird because I thought he's done when he's played, but it sort of looked like the Barton was saying to him that he might be leaving as well as Junior Brown, which seems a bit weird to me because he's done class when he's played, like the last few games, like Rochdale, come on against Port Vale, but obviously wasn't in the squad. Which is what's your thoughts on that? Do you think it'll stay, or can you see any other sort of players that you would normally see around the first team leaving? Because there's 7 days left now. Do you see any more players in and around the first team leaving that aren't playing much?
No, I think that the Trevor Clark one, it could be just another G-up like he done with Thomas, to be honest. At the end of the day, Barton's got expectations and you've got to meet him. And if he thinks that Trevor Clark's not getting to where he needs to get and what his expectation of, at the end of the day, Trevor Clark's played in European football. So he is of a level. And if Barton thinks he's not reaching, those levels for Rovers, then he'll call him out on it. But I don't think he'll go anywhere. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you're back to square one again, if you let Trevor Clark leave for whatever reason, you're short again and lopsided in an area. There's nothing wrong with Trevor Clark. He does need to get fit. I think he's another one who would benefit from a proper Barton pre-season. He's come in, he got injured, and he's never really got back to it. He's always been drip fed, got the stupid suspension. He's never really had a run of anything. But I think Barton will call him out on it. If he's not reaching the levels that he thinks he should be, either in the training pitch or he's not hitting the numbers and the figures and the stats that he thinks he should be to warrant a starting place, then he'll call him out on it.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's weird because I've like you said, he had that injury. He was on his debut, wasn't he? He was on for about 20 minutes and he was out for like 3 months ish, and then he come back. Of course, when we was at Colchester, punched the player, got sent off, was out for another 3 games. But the games he has played, he's done very well. Like, I remember that after that Rochdale game, everyone was like, and even me, I was raving about it because he was quality, like as a wing back. But like BRC Tom says, he's on a 1-year deal, so yeah, it's weird.
He should be miles too good for this league. He's played at the end of the day. The season before he joined us, he was playing European football. Do you know what I mean? He's been playing for Stoke in the Europa, isn't he? So he is of a level. It's just one of them where you can go to a club and end up just playing within yourself to the standard that's in and around you. When really, Bart's probably saying, look, if you've got anything about you, you'd want to be kicking on from here, not just settling. So he probably expects a certain level from him. And if he thinks that he needs a G up like he did with Thomas, then he'll call him out.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, he does it, and especially now with everyone back as well, isn't it? It's more of a thing now. Like you just step up sort of thing, and then because you could just be left out because fingers touch wood, there's no more hardly any more injuries. But yeah, people saying the connection's good. That's good. Thank God. But yeah, like you were saying, on a 1-year deal. Gas had 95 even into you saying great performance versus Swindon, unlucky not to win. Surprised Barton didn't bring on Thomas and co earlier. Hard to make an impact for Thomas if he's only that because I reckon I know it was that was the point where we were pretty much all second half we were all over them, apart from a few when they tried to do a long ball and get Simpson or whatever or McCurdy in, we was all over them. But yeah, that's what annoyed me as well. What's the point? Like it should have been done 10 or 15 minutes earlier for me personally. Like, do you agree with that as well? Like, because there ain't much time, is there? I know the game was, I say in the balance, but we was mainly all over him. But I think if we would have had who come on, Anderson, Leon, Clark, and Thomas won it. So if they would have been on earlier, I think we could have easily done a little bit more, because I thought like you said, we were all over and we were spraying the ball about, like keeping the ball, getting the ball in the box. But like, I don't think we deserve to win the game. I think a draw is equal because we didn't really have many big chances apart from the Loft one in the first half where he just missed the ball. So for me, personally, like, do you agree with that? Do you think he should have made the subs earlier?
It's all hindsight, isn't it? Because against Hartlepool, he made none, and we nicked it late.
Yeah.
So it's all hindsight. At the end of the day, Barton knows that as much as we watch it on a Saturday and Tuesday, Barton sees these lads every single day. He knows them as men. He knows them as personalities. He knows them miles better than us and what they can deliver at certain times. And he probably, like in hindsight, did he leave it a little bit too late? Yeah, he could have done, but he could have made them subs, and Swindon nick one on the break, and us gone, oh, why did we go for it when we could have just got out of there with a decent point?
Yeah.
Gone on. Do you know what I mean? It's all hindsight the way you look at it, but it's getting to the point now where you look at Barton and the way he's doing things, and you think he pretty much knows he knows his squad, he knows how he wants to impact games when he wants to do it, and if he thinks just before injury time is the way to go about it, then that's what we're going to have to live with, because as fans, you always want to see your side flying forward constantly, but you've got to rein it in a little bit at times and just know when actually to, say that's a decent point on the road. We'll take that. If we do nick a winner in injury time, then so be it. But over the course of 90 minutes, like we were saying before kickoff, would you have taken a point from Swindon? 100%. And to be fair, could be a good point come the end of it all. You just don't know, because with the run of games we've got to come up, we should be looking to do sort of what Mansfield have done.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fingers crossed. But I mean, talking about school predictions, you actually got it right. You actually got it bang on. You said 1-1, didn't you? And I said 2-2. So, but it was. Do you know what? It's so annoying, and it's because now, like, because obviously, I think a lot of Rovers fans seen that Simpson, he got recalled, didn't he? So now, I know they just signed another striker, but like if we played them without, it would have been a lot easier, because like he's a really good player, considering I think it's his first loan spell. He was on loan from Ipswich Town. I think he got 11 goals in all comps. So yeah, fair play. But yeah, I think they've just brought another striker in as well. Yeah, Harry.
They're definitely weaker than what they were. Like, you could tell Saturday, the Kessler Hayden one's massive for him. He's a big miss for him. Like, he keeps you pinned in as a threat out wide. He'll never let like another wing back force him backwards. He's too good for the division. If you can get the ball out on that right hand side, he will always press your opposite fullback backwards. With him gone back, that's a big miss for him. Simpson's a big miss for him. They got a keeper away at AFCON. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're going into a second half of the season stronger than we've ever been, and there's a lot of clubs sort of now starting to get injury, or their good loans are getting sent back, etc. And we're sort of looking like we could be on the rise.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. But yeah, even to Harry as well, saying Scunthorpe could be a good game for. Yeah, fingers crossed. It would be nice for him to get his first goal. I think he brought on Clark way too late. Matt saying, well, it's weird at the game. To be honest, the scenes were just too mad. I couldn't. I thought there was a touch, but then on the highlights it doesn't look like a touch. But then on one of my mates who done a vlog for that game, on it where he was stood, because he was stood right beyond the goal, I thought Collins got a touch. So, but I think I've done a post about it as well on Twitter, like, oh yeah, Aaron Collins with his 6th goal in 5 games, and then I don't even think it was his goal. I think it was Finley. But yeah, talking about Finley, that midfield now is just unbelievable. Like Coots, Finley, and then Evans just in front. It's just a stupid midfield. So hopefully now they can all stay fit. Hopefully no more stupid suspensions or whatever. Jack's Ford saying Finley was class. I don't think Simpson would have been recalled if it wasn't. Nah, he's been on 11 goals for like a 19, 20-year-old on loan from Ipswich. They'll probably send him out on loan to a League One team now, because he's already done good in League Two. Sam Finley is way too good. Never seen someone zing a ball like he does. Yeah, he was unbelievable. I was a bit nervous though, because he was on a yellow and he just loves challenges, doesn't he? But yeah, I love Finley, like the passion and the way he goes into tackles. He just keeps the ball ticking. Like he does. He makes everything look so easy, and he's got such a good engine on him as well. I think it would have been offside. Yeah, that's what Barton said, wasn't it, after the game. So yeah, I think it was Finley's goal. I didn't see it. Went to get food and then we scored. I don't even ask the security. Don't even ask me. I don't even want to talk about that. Security done my head in. Ned said it would have been a mare posting while cooking anyway. My prediction is you win 2-0. I wouldn't be surprised if you can make it 3 or 4. But I wouldn't be surprised if they hold you to a draw. We'll see, but I'm pretty confident. But sort of a bad omen, because I haven't seen us win away from home yet. I've been to like Colchester, Tranmere, Mansfield, and a few others, and I haven't seen us win away yet. So I really, really hope that we can win. Even to captain that as well. I hope you're doing well, mate. Points a point. Nah, I can't be having. That's all I've seen is draws and one loss against Mansfield. Even into Mitch as well. Big up to you. But yeah, keep getting your questions in. Do subscribe if you're new. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already, if you are enjoying the stream, as always. I mean, obviously now getting into the Scunthorpe sort of game, obviously it's been a while. I think the last time we played him was 2019 when I was up there as well, when JCH got our only goal and we beat them 1-0. But I remember over the years we haven't had the best record away, especially in Scunthorpe. I know there's been but obviously that was when they were fighting for like League One, and the season they were in League Two and they got promoted as well. And obviously I feel sorry for a lot of the. It's like a lot of the clubs you see, like Oldham, like where the owner just messes it up. Like everyone, all their star players start leaving. You know, you can see it with the fans, and I think they're one of the few teams in the league that's actually on a transfer embargo as well. So they have to get rid of certain players to sign a player. And of course, like we talked about before we went live, they did sign I think he's the son of Frank St. Clair, if I'm not wrong. Tyree Sinclair, who they got on loan. Like you said, you know, better pace, and you know it's just going to be getting that first goal as well. Of course, Jax Ford also saying game is tasty. To be fair, a lot of big tackles flying in, and I think and Grant took a tactical foul at the end. Glad they didn't. Yeah, I mean, all of them, like even Finley was saying he had a bit of cramp, but it was also tactical. So you got to do it anyway. Everyone does it. Everyone does, you know, this. Everyone does it in football. Speaking of security, they didn't let me in until the first minute of the game. Kai saying, where do you think we'll finish at the end of the season? Let's go with Neil quickly. What's your, if you was to say where we'd finish? I know it's just a random question, but where would you say?
I think we'll just come up short, to be honest. I think we've left it a little bit too late. I think we'll come up a little bit short. I reckon we'll finish around 10th.
10th.
I just think we'll come up short, a little bit too short.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm gonna say 5th. I'm gonna say 5th. I think we've got the quality. It's just all about going on a run and not messing up stupid games like tomorrow, and trying to beat the teams that. Well, of course, there's quite a few teams above us, but we literally have to just try and stay unbeaten for a while, like Mansfield have done. Yeah, that Grant tackle was clinical at the end. Only Rovers 1883 says, in your opinion, who's been the biggest flop this season? Or what for Rovers? I'm not sure. What do you reckon?
It's got to be Pittman, isn't it? He came in to be the bagsman for us. Not even. Can't even run 8 yards.
I remember everyone I think it was me. And I seen people with a few comments like when Pittman got that worldie against Oxford in the last game, everyone was like, "Oh, was it starting a song like 20 goals, 20 Brett Pittman or something like that?" But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to think because we signed so many players. I can't even remember who we signed this year and whatever.
Mate, he wouldn't have got in that walking football team at half time.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, his fitness is shocking. To be fair, I'm trying to. Probably. I can't think off the top of my head, so I'll just say Pittman as you. BRC Tom thinks we'll win the league. You know, why not? Do a Bolton. Matt says 7th. Yeah, Cambridge. Yeah, Cambridge were first. My brother agreeing with Neil thinks we'll just miss out as well. Going to be watching the Scunny game on a ferry to Spain. That's a first. High time Rovers put on a dominant performance. I'm predicting a 3-0 win for the Gas. Yeah, well, enjoy watching the game on a ferry, and yeah, hopefully we can win 3-0 as well. But yeah, obviously getting into Scunthorpe, currently sat second from bottom. I'll put their current standings up. Played 26, won 3, drew 10, lost 19 points. I think they're 10 or 11 points from safety. And of course, we go on to their last 5 games as well. So starting off with the game furthest away, they beat Oldham 3-1 away. They lost to Carlisle at home 1-0. They lost 4-0 away to Tranmere. They lost 2-0 away to Exeter. Then their last game on the weekend was a narrow 1-0 defeat. But Newport had a lot of shots. They didn't have a lot of possessions. To be fair, the possession was pretty equal, but so many shots. And Scunny also had a penalty saved, I think, or Newport had a penalty saved. So, yeah, not on very good form. A lot of, like you said, a lot of terrible things going on with the club, which is awful to see. Everything, from the board to letting their best players go, which is always going to happen anyway with teams like even like us, like Scunthorpe, like loads of teams. But yeah, basically a lot of bad things going on, at the club. But like we've talked about, and like everyone knows anyway, this is, if we don't win this game, then 6 points. My bad. Not 6 points from safety. That's fair enough. But like for me, I don't think it's gonna be. It's not gonna be as like I'm going into this a lot. Like I'm always like very positive, but seeing Rovers and seeing a lot of games this season where we've been all over teams like Tranmere, like should have put them to bed, and of course, big up to Kai as well, saying Keith Hill is the manager as well. So, and I didn't really want to bring it up, but I remember he was in charge when Bolton were like bottom of the league with all their youth players, and they beat us, didn't they, at home? But we were at home and they were away, so. Yeah, and yes, I'm Cornish said, even into you as well, said we especially don't do well against bottom half of the table teams. We have little hope for tomorrow. Yeah, that's the thing. It's always been a thing as well with Rovers in the past where we've had games, against lowly down, not on good form, but like everyone said, and like you said, Neil, on the tweet earlier on, if there was a game to win and to show, other teams and to show us fans, that there's a game to win, it is tomorrow, isn't it, really? Like, sum up your thoughts on Scunny this season and what do you make of them, and sort of how are you very confident going in tomorrow or just sort of in the middle because it's Rovers?
No, I'm dead confident. Like there's no reason not to be. These are games. If you're going to make a fist of doing anything in a league now, you got to go and just roll these sides over. If you're making hard work at games like this, what chance have you got? This should be a formality tomorrow. You should go there, be player for player, better than all of them. Be professional. Go and do your jobs, man for man, better than all their players, 11v11, and just go and win the game. If I'm Barton in that pre-match meeting, I'm saying this game should be done by the hour, because you've got to have one eye on Walsall as well, because you're going to want to manage your side as best you can to go into Walsall. So really, the way he's going to want to have this done is get this done by the hour. I can make the changes I want, get people put on ice ready for Walsall. They shouldn't make hard work of this tomorrow.
No. Yeah, it's true, isn't it? It's true, like a team struggling like that. Like you said, if we want to be where we want to finish at the end of the season, then, like you said, teams like this that are struggling, only won 3 games all season. 2, I think they've won 2 home games. So BRC Tom saying no, not little hope. We should thump them. Jack's Ford saying the performance at the weekend needs to become a habit. Yeah, exactly. Can't afford to drop points at Scunny. We were confident about Barton last season and we lost. Bang, yeah, BRC Tom saying, I tell you what, there's a little thing I've seen it on earlier. The next 4 fixtures that we've seen, and I've seen a few different ones. Like some people said we should win all of them. Some people said we should get 9 out of 12. Out of the next 4, Scunny away, Walsall at home, and then it's who is it? Scunny away, Walsall home, Sutton away, and then
Oldham.
And then Oldham away. For you, how many points should we be taking out of that?
9, 10.
Yeah, 9, 10.
If you've got aspirations of doing anything, you have to. These aren't games you can just let fall by the wayside. We've already done that in the first half of the season with a side that you're going to say, weren't fully fit, still getting up to speed. If this side is now up to speed, 90% all there as far as personnel being available, there's no excuses no more. The only way we drop points in these sort of games is either is attitude, basically. If you're fully fit, player for player, better than the opposition, and you've done your own work properly, the only way you drop points is one of your criminal referees you get in this division, or your own attitude.
Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing. Is basically just to go in. Don't even think of them being where they are. Just have the mentality, just saying it's another game. It's 3 points we're after, and don't be like what's happened in the past, where even like where we've gone out and you see some players just it's Scunny, we should be smashing, but just go out. Like, obviously fans can say this, but players just do the job, get everything right. Don't waste any chances. Don't just go at them and, like you said, get the job done. Because, like you said, we got another important game with a team near us in Walsall. So yeah, like for me, like you said 9, 10. Yeah, it has to be at least 9, if not 10. Obviously, the toughest game on paper is Sutton away, because I think they're the top 3 best home form in the league, and fair play to them. They're doing so well. It's just like us when we come up. It's just the confidence and the and whatever. So that's going to be. But the other games, hopefully, hopefully we need to get maximum points out of. Even into Shay Withy as well, saying up the gas. Hope you're well. Limbs Saturday, proper naughty limbs when Finley's goal went in, or Collins or Taylor, however you perceive that. Matt saying 10, Scunthorpe win, Walsall win, Sutton draw. We can win there though. Oldham win. We should win all of them, really. Yeah, but like I said, I think it's just going and having the right mentality. And I think now with the players that we have, I think you see all the experience on the pitch and the quality, and I think we've got the right people on the pitch that we can get the job done. Jack's forward saying, not sure if the FA Cup was anything to go by because I don't know Sutton, but we can get a result against them. Yeah, 10 points minimum. Yeah, agree. Even into Tom as well. Spoke to a Swindon fans yesterday at work. He said we were the most physical side they've played. Yeah, I mean, when you've got Coots and they were The thing is, like, on Saturday you could see that the Swindon players were scared because they kept diving. Like, you've seen that Williams all game, because he's a little or small player. Like, as soon as Finley come anywhere near him, he was diving on the floor. Same as McCurdy. McCurdy was everywhere.
Williams has made a Weetabix anyway, and he's had injury problems all his career. But I mean, the reason we're more physical than what we have been from the first half of the season, again, our whole season comes down to how fit we've been. We're getting in people's faces now. Our distances are getting better. We're closer. We're earlier. Beforehand, our distances were terrible. We was miles off. Yeah. Now we're up to speed. We can chop and change players. We can change systems. Like, there's going to be teams now sat in their pre-match in the week trying to assess us, and they haven't got a clue how we're lining up.
Yeah,
because Barton now has got the opportunity to go with a 4, go with a 3, play a 5, play 3 up top, play 1 in the hole, 2 behind 1. They've got so many options that managers are going to be sat down there. It doesn't matter if you go and scout us, because the next week he can go to a 3 and a 5.
Yeah.
And he can change on the hour. Our personnel, and like I said, Josh Grant's key to that. because he can go in at wing back, he can go in at centre half, he can go in at holding midfield, he can go on the left or the right. He gives us so much versatility to go and change our play up that trying to second guess us now we're going to set up is going to be near on impossible. Because you look at Scunthorpe tomorrow, it's going to be 3-5-2. It will be. You just know exactly what they're going to do. But Keith Hill can't sit there and be absolutely 100% sure how Rovers are going to set up tomorrow, because we ain't.
Yeah, it could literally do anything. He can even sort of do what he tried to do, and that's not like the Colchester. I remember some people was blaming Barton. It wasn't Barton's fault. We should have had that game. That game, we had so many chances. That Colchester game, like that was when Collins wasn't on form. We had the chance. Kilgore. There was other players as well that missed. We hit the post, and that game I remember because it was a 4-5-1 with basically, I think it was Holding. I think it was Whelan Holding, and then you had basically two cams, Pittman up top, and two wingers, and basically everyone was just interchanging. So you could do that, and like you said, there's so many formations that we can play, and managers would be like, "What is he going to do?" Like, and then even pre-game, or during the game, sorry, you could just play. You could do anything, which is good because we've got everyone. And even then we've not got everyone fit. I know there's what is it, Rodman, but I doubt he'll play much when he gets back. Anyway, you've got Saunders. He's another one which I can't wait to get back because I really like Saunders. But like you said, there's so many options in there. So that's suppose is obviously a very good thing as well. Already know how to beat Sutton, already done it. We should get at least 10 points, no less. Sutton. We can still win as we did earlier in the cup. Exactly. Keep smashing the likes as well, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning in. Let's see if we can hit 40 likes during the live. Jack's Ford saying fair shout to any traveling gas tomorrow. Big trip that. Yeah, I mean I was always going to do it anyway because it's a free trip as well. Even though it's some way up there. Like I said, I think there's you can pay on the day as well, and there's already like 300 sold. So I should imagine around 400 ish. Depending on that, because I know there's quite a few Rovers fans that live like up north and stuff like that. So, play one at the back, just Taylor. Garner shudders when Sam Finley on the pitch Saturday, and that form result for his last game at Rovers. Yeah, exactly. But obviously now getting into lineups, I guess obviously we don't really know, but if you was to put a team out tomorrow, what would you go with? Would you go with the same team, or would you make one or two changes?
No, I'd make some changes because I think this game's to be played in Scunthorpe's half. It's all to be played in their half. So I'd probably approach it the same way as what Joey did against Hartlepool, to be honest, and try and get good, strong attacking players in their half as early as you can, and try and get what I'd put is Coops and Finley in there to try and get that ball moving forward into the final third as quick and as often as you can. Because really, as soon as the ball comes into our half, it should be coming straight back because they'll be deep, Scunthorpe. They will be deep. They'll look to, like I said earlier on, they'll probably try and make this game a 10-minute game where they try and sit in, frustrate, kill it, loads of stoppages, really awkward, play for set pieces, and try and hang on as long as they can at 0-0 to try and nick some at late. So I'd go Belly in goal. I'd play a back three, Taylor in the middle. I'd play Connolly one side, and I'd probably go Anderton the other, just to steal us up a little bit for set pieces and things like that. Yeah. I'd go. I think it's probably best you go with Josh Grant on the left because I think they've got that Matheson who's on loan from Wolves.
Yeah, they just got him, aren't they, recently?
He's gonna look to keep bombing on. So I'd rather him there than Trevor Clark anyway, because I think that Grant will probably be able to get the better of him going the other way. Yeah. And hold him off. And if you've got Anderton tucked in, he'll have a job on to try and get past all of them. Yeah. I'd go Anderson the other side because, like I said, I think the game's going to be played in their half. You just want to be advanced as often as you can. So I'd put Anderson in there and leave Hall out. Coops and Finley stay in there because they're going to dictate play. They should have so much of the ball tomorrow. Really, if we play it right, they should have all the ball and they should be looking to come across their body left and right, coming back inside and wearing the hell out of Scunthorpe, chasing. I'll go Collins and Evans just through form to play in the pocket and try and keep us high, and Loft up top on his own, because he's gonna know exactly what he's up against tomorrow, Loft. And I expect him to go and play right up against that George Taft, to be honest. I think he probably thinks the better of him. He's probably going to go and say, I'm going to go playing right on him, get the ball wide, get it either into Collins and Evans in pockets, feed me either side of him, or get it out to Anderson. And if Evans has to peel out one side, Grant, or like when Finley receives it, when it gets screwed back to late in, he'll be looking for crosses all day, I think, Loft, tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll just go with that, because I just think the game has to be played in their half tomorrow. Just go advanced like you was it with Hartlepool. Loads of attacking threat, constantly pressure, constantly, and don't let them out.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? Iron Army saying, don't worry, don't be worrying about our set pieces. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and if you haven't already, do go and subscribe to his channel. He does really good content, goes to as many games as he can, and he is a Scunthorpe fan. I think he's on the road to 2,000 subscribers. So go and give his chat, go and subscribe, because he does a really good job of vlogging as well. Matt's has already put his as well. If you haven't already, go and put your starting 11 in the comments as well. Matt saying 3-4-1-2: Belshaw, Connolly, Taylor, Anderson, Finley, Coots, Grant, Evans. That's the same as you, isn't it? That team.
Yeah, just set him up different.
Yeah, just set them up different. Yeah, like Tom says, surely knows all that. Exactly, he's going to know everything. Harrison Cole's going with a 3-1 Rovers win. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'd be going with the same as well. I agree 100% on your lineup. Obviously, Belly in goal, Anderton, Taylor and Connolly at the back, Anderson on the right, Josh Grant on the left, like you said, Coots and Finley just dictating, keep the ball moving. That's all we got to do tomorrow. As long as we keep the ball moving and don't slow it too much, then we should be able to get plenty of chances. And just like you said, keep the ball moving, get into good opportunities. And then, like you said, and Collins and Evans in behind Ryan Loft. And yeah, that's definitely got to be the best team. A lot of comments coming in. Appreciate everyone tuned in as well. And obviously for all the comments as well. Tom saying Harry is right. It would be typical for us to lose, but for the first time this season, I'm expecting to win. Bercy Tom saying clean sheet, hopefully as well. If you haven't already, get your score predictions in it as well. Obviously, a few people have gone them in as well. Yeah, hopefully a clean sheet. That would be nice. Mitch Bresington going for a 4-1 Rovers win. I'd like to see Thomas come on for longer than he has. Yeah, definitely. I agree. Harrison saying backing us to score a few tomorrow. Yeah, no worries. I'll shout out anyone, especially you. You got good content. It's obviously shame you can't go tomorrow, but it is a long way. Like I said, if he lives in London and he goes to all the Scunny games, that's unbelievable. I seen him. He went Exeter, Barrow on a Tuesday night in the Carabao Cup, and it's crazy. So yeah, great channel. So yeah, go and subscribe. Let us know as well. Yeah, good question. Let us know what team you think Scunny would play as well. Tom Butler saying 2-0. What's your prediction, Neil? What are you going for?
Yeah, I'd probably go with that, to be honest. I think it could be one of them where it takes a while for us to get that opener, because they'll sit deep, they'll try and frustrate, they'll kill the game. If for any chance for them to get a stoppage or go down with an injury and frustrate, they'll do it. Because like I said, I think they'll try and make it a 10-minute game. If they can get to 80 minutes, then they'll roll the dice to see what they could do after that. But the earlier we get one, it'll tell you how many we're going to get. If we get one early, they have to come out. And then that leaves all sorts of room and pockets for Collins and Evans to play in that little hole. But the more they can sit there, they'll sit right on top of their back four and just create a wall and say, come and break us down.
Yeah.
And the quicker we can do that, the more goals we'll get for me. But could be a frustrating evening where, like I said, you just got to be professional and get the job done. Yeah, and I can see something like just a 2-0. But I think I think we should boss it, and I think it should be a quiet night for people like Belly and Taylor. To be honest, I think it's the ball when it comes out of their half, it should go straight back into theirs, and we just keep the pressure on and just trying to keep on finding that opening. Because the more we move it, the tighter they get. Just pretty much do to us what Swindon do to them, what Swindon did to us at home. Move it, wait for them to get sloppy and find the opening. Quicker we do that, the more goals we'll get.
Yeah. So you're going 2-0 as well. And yeah, it's quite a lot of, obviously a few people have said 4-1, 3-1. Tom saying 2-0 Rovers. Chompy Backup saying 2-0 Rovers. Tom saying 2-0 Rovers. Jack's Forward saying 2-0 Gas. Finley and Evans. Matt is saying 2-0 as well. Another 2-0 from Riley. Kai saying 2 or 3-0 Rovers. And Mitch said, like Neil said, we can't sit back. Yeah, of course, Rovers won't be sitting back. We have to. This is a game we have to win. Realistically, he's going to score their goals. Can't see any of theirs getting past Taylor. We've nabbed their number 9. Yeah. You'd like to think so. As long as we don't do anything stupid, just get the ball, keep moving it. If you're in trouble, and then smash it. But of course, evening to Nick as well. Rovers win 4-0. Me, I'm gonna go 2-0. Like you said, it sort of depends, doesn't it, on when we get the goal, how early we get it. But yeah, hopefully just a comfortable 2-0 win. And I'm going to go for Loft. I keep saying Loft. Hopefully, it'd be nice for him to get a goal against his old club. It'd be interesting to see the celebration as well, because I know a lot of Scunthorpe fans give him a lot of stick when he left. So, yeah, I'd like him, and I'll say Evans, Evans and Loft. But like you said, if more goals go in, then I expect Collins to be on the score sheet as well. But yeah, we're going to end it here. Appreciate everyone of you tuning in for 52 minutes. Hope you did enjoy it. Of course, we will be back tomorrow night as well. BRC Tom saying Hall and Collins as well, 2-0, another 2-0. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night as well, of course, for our normal Wednesday preview as well, where we'll be previewing the Walsall game on Saturday. And of course, going over, which hopefully will be a Rovers win tomorrow night. But yeah, like I said, hit the like button if you haven't already. And yeah, hope you did enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. Please share. Quick last comment as well from Iron Army. Our team tomorrow, I think the same as one we had against Newport. All depends on injuries. Let me just quickly get that team up a sec. I know it might mess up my lighting, but yeah, pretty be. Aaron Collins and Loft as well, says Riley. Great stream, guys. Thanks to my brother for saying that. Lovely job. Stoppages in the game will be, that's what, basically you'll be doing that all game. Let me just quickly get the Scunny lineup, if anyone recognizes any players. So yeah, they got Watson in goal, Honor Russi, Davis, George Taft at the back, Luke Matheson, who once scored against Man United for Rochdale, Pugh, Rowe, Perry, O'Malley, and then Burns and Harry Bunn, the ex-Man City Academy graduate. So yeah, that's what Iron Army expects their team to be. Pyro's being thrown on the pitch. Nick saying up the gas. Iron Army saying he'll go for 1-0. I'm guessing that's Scunny win. Safe trip to all traveling. Appreciate that, mate. And yeah, keep up the good work on the channel as well. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Please hit the like if you haven't already. And yeah, we'll be back for another live stream tomorrow at Wednesday at 7 p.m. But yeah, up the gas, hopefully for a nice win tomorrow.